Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and welcome back to my Russian Republic After Action Report. For those of you who are new to this concept, this is something I try to do after every campaign on my channel, in which I just basically go over the things that I feel I did right, the things I feel that I did wrong. I ask questions of you, and just you tell me down in the comments what things you think I could have done better in order to make this a better playthrough overall. So let's review how things were at the end of the game. Let's see, I, as the Russian Republic, have basically brought the beauty of democracy to pretty much the entire world. The Russian sphere is large. Unfortunately, I was not able to rename it anything else. But there you have it. You have the list of just about everybody who's in that sphere. People on every continent. And of course, the Togolese Federation down here couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you, Pedro Muller. But they're all socially democratic. Even the countries like the Kingdom of France, they've become authoritarian democratic, and I think they're going to transition over to a constitutional monarchy, just as happened over here in Canada. Obviously, I also freed Quebec, so that's neat. I was able to restore the United States. The only two national populous countries in the world right now are La Plata and Brazil, and they are currently just eating each other. They just, yeah, they're just going to be locked in some eternal war, and that's actually going to be great for the rest of our democratic sphere, because they're just going to take a look at this and know, wow, national populism, not the way to go. So, the things I think I did right, the things I think I did wrong. First off, I think I feel that the staying in the middle, kind of compromising a lot experiment did work out. I suppose if I ever were to go Russian Republic playthrough again, I'd probably go full cadet, because I think maybe that's even more in the middle, because there are choices you take that get the social liberals up. I hope you guys did enjoy. I did try to keep electing new presidents every election. So we went through Dmitry, we had Alexei, and we had Ariadna here at the very end, who I don't think I've ever seen anybody get in their playthrough. So I wanted to give you guys a chance to take a look at her, get something different. I did really enjoy bringing together Feng Tian. So for those of you who've been correcting my pronunciation, remember I typically record things advanced, so it turns out I was pronouncing this wrong the whole time. The Feng Tian China has been created. They are under the Social Democratic League. We basically got everything united here. Unfortunately, Northern India is owned by us, but I guess it's not too bad. The Russian Republic, we got vacation homes everywhere. Northern India, out here, Nord Borneo. Actually, I should probably, let's see if I'm gonna release one of them. But the thing is, I think it's just a kingdom and a sultanate. We're gonna go with Sarawak. Let's release them. That's probably gonna take a minute, but we're the only faction left standing, I believe, except for, I think technically La Plata is in the Buenos Aires Lima axis, but they're the only member of it now, because even Peru is not a member, as you can see. We have Chile down here under Cerda, the Caribbean Federation. We were able to give them Cuba, so we lost that vacation home. But we've also got a lot of the major trade pathways. We do own Gibraltar down here. We do own the Suez. We got Djibouti over here. Germany, after that long war we had with them, is now underneath Brüning and the Social Democrats. We have chased off the Kaiser and his ilk forever. But enough of the role-playing. Yeah, so I feel the Social Democratic thing went well. It was interesting as far as research goes, not doing any of the armor stuff. Of course, I was able to get better artillery and better infantry equipment, and I was able to, because I wasn't doing anything here, I was able to finish up other branches sooner. I didn't really do much with my navy. My navy, nothing much really came of it, but I suppose I didn't really need it. It's really hard as Russia to get a good navy going, because you've been denied Vladivostok and Sevastopol. I suppose if you wanted to have a good Russia Navy game, you'd have to really focus on it from as soon as you can. As far as reforming the Navy goes, you'd have to do this very early. You'd probably have to get in an early war with Japan so you could get Vladivostok, because you can just push them out of Korea and then you get the White Peace for a little bit, which as we all saw happened. Japan, incidentally, also a member of the Sphere. I feel that my divisions were mostly good. I did get a little bit lazy there towards the end, just going with some AI battle plans, which, as we saw, even if you have 1,000,000 infantry equipment in reserve, you can still run out. Oh, another thing I regret, I probably should have just let Greater Hungary be created, just to fix up some of the border gore down here. Like, I just own this one area. And then again, in real life, Russia owns a little section of the Baltic that's not connected to the rest of it, so I suppose that's what these two areas are. Pretty glad we grabbed the Straits. So, and yeah, Azerbaijan being a free and open puppet. Look, Azerbaijan is just a series of oil fields that also has a government. All right, it's not a big deal, okay, that they were free. In fact, it probably would have been for role-playing purposes better if I had gone with the market liberals. So we could say, hey, it's a corporation that's also a country. Basically, that's what Azerbaijan is. But I know I didn't absorb it. I didn't want to absorb it for role-playing purposes. If you want a world conquest, go somewhere else. I'm not the channel for that. I did do a world conquest one. I have done a world conquest as Germany in vanilla. You can look it up on my channel. It's the New World Order German playlist. And I just am not a world conquest kind of guy usually. I like to roleplay typically. Yeah, but as far as role-playing goes, I know some of you are going to be complaining and have been complaining that I did not take down Abyssinia, who has taken over the British Isles. And I didn't want to do it just because this guy is so badass that he managed to take it. The way I figure it, he's earned it. And the thing is, he was a paternal autocrat before, and now he's become authoritarian democratic. So he is transitioning. He's transitioning towards the center of the political sphere, which is good. And it's kind of interesting they have war goals on each other, even though Somalia's already been puppeted. And we are still technically at war with both Ireland and Ceylon, but those are both just isolated islands, and it's pathetic. Actually, look, they've become socially democratic. What about Ireland? Ireland's also socially democratic. So you see, the democracy has taken over the whole dang world, and there's the Russian sphere. So I think most of the stuff I did in this campaign was good. Of course, I did mess up as far as I could have been deploying my planes better. You know, the air war is not my strong suit. I'm definitely better than I used to be, but it could be even better. And what else? What else was going on? I'm trying to think of interesting wars. The Austrians and the Germans, remember, had the sliders on, but both of those kind of went down the same way. While they were able to put up a good initial fight, eventually I could wear them down, and once again, it was difficult to get some piercing going on without any tanks, but my motorized divisions here, they did a pretty decent job of it, of being able to pierce through. So that was definitely a change of pace, doing mass assault and no tanks, because I think everybody would agree that mass assault is pretty much the worst of the 4 land doctrines, though I'm sure there would be argument about which one is the best, but I think mass assault is definitely the worst. We've created a socially democratic Afghanistan. Yeah, everything looks good. Switzerland, China, India, most of Africa, just, yeah, everything the green touches, there's freedom. We have a couple isolated... oh no, the paternal autocrats have now taken charge in Mexico. They seized power from the totalists, I suppose. And their independence is actually guaranteed by the United States. That's interesting. But I can't really think of... I'm trying to think of other things I did wrong. The war with Japan went a little longer than it needed to be. I need to get better at invading it. And if we look at construction, I think I turned all of Russia blue, pretty much. Max infrastructure, minus a couple places here and there. So yeah, things are pretty awesome. I really don't know what else I could say. Let me know in the comments things you think I could have done better, things that you liked, and I appreciate the feedback on this in the comment section of this video, because hopefully it would lead to me being a better player in general. Social conservatives up here in Scandinavia, incidentally, so you know, they're It's all democracy. It's all democracy. Pretty much. Except for these two who are just killing each other. Thanks for joining me, and keep an eye out for my next new campaign. I'm still uploading the Dominion of India Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich campaign, as well as my Hearts of Iron 4 Vanilla New World Order campaign. And I will be starting a new one, in Crusader Kings 2 campaign, where I will be playing as Tortabach, who was an Irish king, and we're going to be getting a lot of artifacts. So if you want to see a change up from this Hearts of Iron 4, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from it until Waking the Tiger comes out, when you're going to be getting a flood of content from me, so you've got that to look forward to. And I will see you then. You guys are great. Bye.